Hi, Nadeem here from Smart Riding. I ordered this AKEEYO AKY-730 PRO camera about 2 weeks ago. Now, in the blurb that I saw, I saw on Facebook, and it said it was designed for motorbikes and bicycles, and that it has a built-in battery and it will last up to 6 hours, recording at 1080. But it also records right up to 4K, and they claim to use a Sony chip in it, and that it's got electronic image stabilization as well. So I thought it's worth a go, especially for my new 1300 GSA, because I didn't want to start cutting into the wiring on that just now and start fitting like dash cams and things. So I thought this might be ideal. Now, because I've never heard of this brand before, I didn't really know much about them. They did have the kind of worry-free purchase thing at checkout. So you'll see that in quite a lot of the stuff that you can buy these days. So I think it was about $2 or $3. I'll check and I'll flash it up on screen the confirmation. So I took that cover out and I'm glad I did. So as I said, the unit arrived this morning and it is quite nicely made, and it comes with a lovely little case that you can put in to protect it in and everything, and lots of accessories. It's got a magnetic rail, and this can attach to all this stuff by magnets. This morning what I did was I used this hole here, which is like a normal camera mount type hole, and I've got a ram ball with a camera mount attachment, and I put it on the bike that way. So, and I thought, okay, that'll do me, because I don't really want to get into all this. I just want to keep my dash, my handlebars and everything just free of clutter, and I don't want big huge things like this stuck on it, But in any case, I didn't really get that far, because what I did was I was charging this up and then trying to see how to mount it and stuff. But after I charged it up, what I found was when I hold this button down, you hold it for 3 seconds to start the unit up. And it starts up okay. And then it just starts flashing like this, saying 0 kilometers an hour. And you're supposed to be able to use this as a touch screen and move it. But the only thing it'll do is just go to this screen, and then that's it. It kind of just sticks there. It won't do anything else. Now, given that the whole unit is controlled by the touch screen, you have to set everything up like this. I can't even change the language, and the default language on this, it looks like it's Japanese anyway. And I think that's a bit strange for an international unit. Normally they ship, in standard in English, but okay, fair enough. So I was hoping I could change that myself anyway. So I can't actually do anything with it, 0. So whilst it's lovely, it's pointless and it's useless. And it's the usual support issues. I looked to see if there's any kind of self-help groups on Facebook or anywhere else, and there's none. They don't even have their own group, which I find a bit weird in this day and age, that surely the manufacturer would at least try and set a group up to help people so people can go in and learn from others. But anyway, I couldn't do any of those things. On their website, there is a help email, and on that it says they endeavour to reply in like 2 business days. And given this is Friday afternoon and it's a bank holiday weekend, and I was hoping to use this over the bank holiday weekend, it means I can't. So if I send an email today, then I probably won't hear back till Wednesday or Thursday, I would imagine. And even then, I'm going to get the usual reply about, give us more information. I mean, I put the order number in and all that stuff in that email, because that's the first thing they're going to come back, and then you waste another 2 days. So I put all that in, but I still, I'm a bit disappointed with this unit that it's just stuck here. I can't even switch it off. You're supposed to be able to hold this button here, hold it in for 3 seconds, and it should power off, but it won't. So what I've had to do to switch this off is take this cover off the back of it, where you can plug in USB-C to charge and stuff. There's also a charging cable that's waterproof, and it just fits onto here, so you can charge it on the move. So if you've got USB-C on your handlebars, you can plug in. I don't even know why I'm telling you all this, because the thing isn't working. But in any case, there's a reset button behind here, and I have to press the reset button to switch this unit off. So having looked at all my options, I then remembered I've got the worry-free insurance. So I clicked through from the email I had from them, and that takes you to their website with your details already in it. And I filled out the form. They just basically asked a couple of basic questions, as in, what's wrong with it, and I explained that it's powering up but the touch screen's not working and it won't switch off. And as soon as you do that and hit submit, it puts it through to someone, and it says, I think it said Sarah has been assigned to this. She's looking at your complaint right now. And about 30 seconds later, it just came back saying approved, and they are returning the money, and I just need to fill in the bank details. So this video has two things in it. One, that I'm not happy with how this has gone with the AKEEYO. I don't know if this is a normal fault, if it's well known or not. I'm thinking it might be because it took the insurance company less than 60 seconds to approve it and say, have your money back. I was fully expecting that they'd want me to go through some kind of FAQs or maybe talk to AKEEYO first before they would just say, we'll give you your money back. But they didn't. They just went, it's done. And I put in my bank details and my address and everything, and it just said approved, and the money will be in your account between 1 to 3 business days, approved immediately. So there's two things. There seems to be a problem with the AKEEYO units. And second, the worry-free insurance does actually seem to be worth it, because we all have this worry when we're buying stuff from China, Japan, etc. And if it doesn't work, you can be stuck in this loop for weeks where they're trying to help you fix it. And then some of the companies mess you around and say, well, if you're going to return it, you're going to have to send it back yourself at your own cost, etc., etc. I think, like I said, I think it was $3 or whatever I paid to just get this done. I'm saying now that it is worth doing. Previously, when people have said, is it worth doing? I've said no, because I couldn't see the point in it, and I didn't really believe in it so much. I was sure they're just going to mess you around as well. But my experience shows that they didn't. So I'm eating my own words here and saying, take the insurance out when you're buying this, the worry-free bit that comes up. I mean, I know Ride and I've do it, and a couple other companies do it. So if you do get a unit that's dead on arrival for whatever reason, even if 99% of people are happy with the units, and there's always going to be failures, there's going to be something wrong, maybe it got banged in transit or something. So the two takeaways from this video is that the AKEEYO unit is not working, and second is take the worry-free insurance. I've already sent an email to their support, so their support team may well come back to me and say, it's a known fault and this is how you fix it. And if they do, I will update and I will come back and let you guys know as well. But for the time being, as far as I'm concerned, it's dead on arrival and I'm getting my money back from the worry-free insurance. Anyway, thanks for watching. Cheers.